Now, the next thing I want to talk about is distractions and making boring work more fun or easier to endure. Now, everybody struggles with procrastination. I would say most people struggle with it. Most people struggle with laziness and motivation. I get all sorts of DMs saying, how do I stay motivated or whatever. So I know it's a very common struggle, and it's not a very complicated answer. Like, I would say practically what you need to do is you need to put your phone on do not disturb. If you're going to go and get into like a work zone, you need to get like undistracted a few hours of work. If that means turning off your phone and putting it in another room so that you can do like, let's say 1 hour of work at a time undistracted, then that's fine. You can start there. And obviously this depends on how bad you are. Every single person is going to vary in how bad they are with their procrastination. But I would say the first thing you should do is get rid of any distractions on your phone, put your computer on do not disturb, allow no notifications to come in at all, and just write a list of what you need to get done, and either go until that list is done or until you've reached an hour and you want to take like a little bit of a break, drink something, check your phone or whatever, and then come back to it. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing that I put down in my notes is that it would be very helpful because a lot of people are very bored by this work, right? By like, okay, starting a business, starting a website, this is all very boring. Like, it's so boring. Like, yeah, no shit, it's boring. Like, it's work. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not a video game. It's not like you having sex with a beautiful girl. It's not you drinking with all your buddies, like where all your hormones and dopamine levels are exploding. Like, it's not that. It's boring and it's hard and it's not fun. Like, that's the thing, is you have to get used to it. So how can you endure the boring stuff? I think the best advice here is to just lower the amount of stimulation you get from everything else in the world. So if you're constantly drinking sugary drinks and having sugary foods, and you're playing video games and you're watching porn and you're doing all these activities that just stimulate the shit out of your brain, I think that you build up a tolerance a little bit. And so like more boring stuff like reading is unbearable, right? Like you can't stand doing, or you can't even watch a 5-minute YouTube video because you just like need more dopamine in your mind because you're so used to it. So I think if you kind of taper off the levels of dopamine or the levels of like the stimulation in your brain and your overall life, exercise more, eat healthier food and stuff, if you bring those levels down, then doing this boring work won't be that bad. Like you can kind of just endure it. Not to say that it's still hard, it is, but it just makes it a lot easier. And this is just in my own experience. So that's what I would say about making work a little bit easier and avoiding distractions.